Welcome back to another episode of Built for Legacy. I'm your host, Suheyl Hernandez. And today I am sitting with this wonderful agent that I also get to call my friend, Miguel Molinares. So
Thank you.
Welcome, Miguel.
Thank you. It's a privilege to be here, and it's an honor to be working, with you guys again.
Oh, no, thank you.
It's really good.
Well, you know that we've always loved you. It hurt us to see you go, but we understand. There's times in life where we do different things, different moments, and different situations. But we're happy to have you back.
Yeah. I'm really glad to be back again and still be part of the family. And like you said, it's a huge family. I don't see coming back to the office or being in the office like, I have colleagues or peers. No, we all build a big family, that's what I like.
Yeah, I mean, we've worked hard on that. And I've had people even ask, why don't you guys just put everything like classes online? And I don't want that. And Mike, as the broker, he doesn't want it either, because it's gonna make us lose that family unity that we have here. And that to us has been one of the most important things that we've
That's what I like the most about here. It's and normally as it is today, we have lost a lot of the human touch. Everything it's AI, everything it's a recording system. Even when you call my cell phone, I have an AI receptionist to take my messages and guide that call. So that's what I like the most about here. That everything it's live, and you normally deal with humans.
Yeah.
So the classes, when you call Jenna, when I call you, so it's always a pleasure. It's always very pleasant.
That pleasure is mine. So I know that you've been doing this. You've been an agent for quite a few years now.
Yeah.
You've been in different sections of the real estate industry, and I want you to talk a little bit about you. How did you start? What made you start into real estate?
Well, I've been an agent for over a decade, and I was store manager for an optical business, and so I got fired on that place. They fired me because I hired a family member. So they said, "Oh, no families allowed, so you're fired." So my brother, he has his own real estate company, he told me, "Let's do this. Get the license and let's do it together." So we've been doing it since then. Every on and off. I tried other businesses, I tried different things, and but I mean, I found a passion on real estate. I'm a salesperson by nature, but what I like the most is helping people. See the satisfaction on people's face when you turn in that key, and now they hearing them saying, "Okay, now this is my house." So I don't know. I like that. I like that a lot, and it's I found that that I'm passionate about it, helping people to get their first home, their first investment, and guide them how to do that. So that's what I like the most.
So do you like to sell like regular homes from the MLS, or do you like the pre-construction world?
I guess a little bit of both. It's a little bit of everything. So when you're passionate about your business, even if you do a rental, you're passionate about. Even if you do a rental for a small business, you're passionate about. When you sell a land or a lot that it's very small, you're passionate. So I don't have a particular area that I like the most. I just like it all, and I'm open for every single opportunity. So pre-construction, it's easy because you just go there, show the property, and they do the rest. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty much a little bit of everything, I guess.
Because since I've helped so many agents, throughout the years, I have people that tell me, I rather do pre-construction, I rather do, homes on the MLS. I think you do work more when you just show a property off the MLS.
Yeah.
You do, but I think that you guys sometimes get more of a satisfaction because you do so much more work and you involve yourself so much more with the client.
Yeah, it's like what we do when we have our clients. What we do, we actually have a questionnaire that we ask them, certain questions, so we can guide them what will be the best route for them. There's some of them, the best route is to do a pre-sale, a resale, or do a new construction. So it depends on the client. But I mean, either or, it's always a satisfaction when you tell them why not to do a new construction because of their pre-qualification, their budget, they have CDD, and a bunch of other stuff. It'll be better to do a resale, regular, single family home. So it all depends on the client and how you guide them, how much knowledge you have as well. And I think the key is to earn the trust of your client, because at the end of the day, as realtors, we don't have anything tangible to sell. Like, we're not selling a product, we're selling our trust. So that's very satisfaction, when they give you that trust, and then they let you, okay, Miguel, whatever you say, you guide me, you're the expert. So it's always good to do that. So I don't have a particular area in the real estate that I like the most.
So I know your brothers, how many of your brothers are or agents as well?
Let me
I
see.
think most of you are, right?
Most of us,
Oh
yeah.
my God.
We have Alvaro, Vladimir, Monica, my sister-in-law. So we're about 5, 6 of us. They're agents. They all work in different companies. But yeah, we all are agents. Yeah.
That's so cool. Well, usually it's like a family thing, right? So
Right.
like, my husband's a broker, my son's an agent, my son-in-law's an agent, but that's usually people like kind of like follow the.
Yeah, it's kind of like a family tradition, or when you're trying to build a legacy, I guess, they all follow your footsteps. And now my kids, they want to go to FIU and do the real estate career.
Nice.
My older son wants to do business administration and international business as well.
Wow. And like I said, believe it or not, they do follow the footsteps.
Yeah.
So, I have my little nephew that's 9 years old. And the other day he came up to me, he said, Tia, you know what I want to be when I grow up? And I'm like, what? He said, a realtor, like my tío and my primo. And then I'm like, oh, wow.
Well, now my kids, they see, when they came back to the office, I showed them. Well, when I started the first time here, they were babies.
Yeah.
The twins, they were like 2, 3 years old. No, they were like 4 years old. But now they're bigger, and I showed them, your pictures, the phantom profile on social media, and I told them, look, listen, we got little Mike, he's an agent, and I gave him the whole speech. And my daughter, she's like, okay, that's what we're gonna do. You gotta build up your own brand, and she's like the manager of the social media and stuff.
Oh, that's so cool. And it's funny because, my kids are bigger.
Right.
And then they're always busy doing their own things. So whenever Mike and I have come on the weekend here to get things done or to clean or organize or whatever it is that we've had to come, little Ruben has come with us many times, right? So Mike has always said, mira, el heredero, porque es el único que ayuda.
El único que viene.
So then now,
Right.
it's funny, he turns around and I'm like, oh, so I guess you and Mike, you're going to fight for Phantom. And he's like a son to us.
Right.
It's like, it's incredible.
It's incredible how they see, everything that you do, and they see the struggles too. Because now that we're building our own brand, and thanks to you guys are helping us, step by step. Yeah, and believe it or not, when you're trying to do your own brand, especially in this business, we thought it was gonna be easy. You create a name, and then you do this, you do that, and that's it. But it's a lot of, how do you call it? It's a lot of guidelines you gotta follow. So it's not that easy. So I want to thank you, you and Mike, that you guys are being great, helping us to create our own brand.
Of course, that's our pleasure. We love for you guys to create your own brand, and for you guys to be with us. It's
No,
always
of course. I mean, it's always gonna be a privilege, and how do you say it? It's more than a privilege to be with you guys and feel that you guys have our back all the time.
We love it.
It's priceless. You don't see that anywhere. Pretty much a lot of places that you go to, other brokers, you don't have that backup.
Well, the thing is that Mike is a non-competing broker. Like, he doesn't compete with you guys. Mike does have his own clients, and does have family and friends.
Right.
However, his number one priority is you guys.
Right.
So then that also makes it a little different, because there's a lot of great companies, by all means, but they're building themselves.
Right. Exactly.
Mike has built Phantom, right? Like, that's, like I always say, that's our little baby. We
Right.
started with one person, and I think we're 253 today.
Right.
So it's like,
That's incredible. And you guys been for over a decade already, right?
yeah, 11 years.
11 years.
11 years.
Wow. So
And when we did the
it's
transition, we
Yeah.
were supposed to lose 35 to 40% of the agents, and we only lost 3.
Oh wow! Only 3 agents, not 3%. Only 3 agents.
Only 3 agents.
Wow, that means a lot. When you see those results, I mean, it says a lot about your company. It's for some reason everybody stay, everybody trust you guys, and still here.
Honestly, the first agent that ever signed up still here.
Wow.
As a matter of fact, a lot of agents have been here for tons of years. Like, and it's funny because I have a lot of agents that started very young.
Okay.
So I have their name and like young, and then their name adult pictures, right? Because like they've changed in the last 8, 9, 10 years. They were 20 years old, now they're 30 years old. Like, they don't look the same. So yeah, we have a lot of those. So I want you to elaborate a little bit about your personal brand. I know that you guys are gonna branch off and do big things.
Right.
So I want you to talk about that. But before we do that, I want to go back a little bit on what you said, that the kids really do watch what we do, and they watch our struggles, and they watch how we act.
Yeah.
So, and I'm going to tell you a little story so we see how important it is for us always to maintain a good and positive image for our children.
Right.
So I'm very tough, right? And I have that really strong attitude. Sometimes people will not imagine this, but I always like to tell people how proud I am of them, and how much I admire them, and that they're doing a good job, because I think that goes a very long way. So So anyways, as my kids have been growing up, obviously I've always done that for them. And I write them like little letters and I say, I love you, have a great day, God bless you, so on and so forth. And the other day, I see a post for my daughter's job, and when she got to work, she went and she wrote for her coworkers, I hope you guys have an amazing shift.
I saw it.
I love you guys.
Yeah, I saw it.
And the reason why I wanted to bring that up is because sometimes we think that our kids are not watching, and they're watching our every single move and every single step.
Yeah.
So I know you're a father of 3, I believe?
4.
4.
4.
You know, you guys have a beautiful family.
Thank you.
And like I told you the other day, you guys also have something very special, which is Christ in your heart.
Thank you.
And
Amen.
you guys are a lovely family. So keep up doing everything that you're doing because your kids are watching you.
Yeah, no, and they see the struggle too. The other day, you know, I had I have a listing and it's been, you know, not showing as much as I wanted to, and I got frustrated. Even with the brand, you know, creating our brand, I got frustrated, and they were there, and they were a big support. You know, they helping me. My daughter started doing research. My older son started doing more research. You know, on whatever they can find. You know, in ChatGPT.
Everybody's best friend. The new best friend of society.
Yeah. My ChatGPT, it's called Lupita.
Lupita,
she's my assistant, and but I mean, they were helping me, and so the beauty of it, it's they see your struggle and they want to be part of it. You know, they want to be part of that. Not only the success, but also, you know, along the way. You know, the whatever you're creating, and especially now that we're doing this journey, they've been very big support.
So tell them what do you have coming? What do you have cooking in there?
Well, we have now we're creating our own brand. I'm not gonna say the name yet because we're gonna launch it in social media.
No names.
It's coming, but yeah, it's basically my wife and I. You know, we're becoming MLOs. We're in the process, you know, to become MLOs, and we're gonna be working together as partners. And so yeah, we're gonna start doing our own thing of creating our own brand of you know, doing real estate and mortgages together. So I don't know. I think it's gonna be a beautiful journey. You know, I've never done it before. You know, I think it's a good combination. You know, to be both. And a little bit further down, we wanted to get a license for insurance as well. So yeah, we're creating
a one-stop shop.
The one-stop shop, yeah. So now we're doing that, and the beautiful part of it, it's our branding that we're creating. We just don't want to do it like we see very often. It's just listings and the success. We want to do something more real, where we're gonna see, you know, our success, our struggles, our failures, our wins as well. And I think that's very important nowadays, because everything that you see in social media, at least what we see, everything is a success. I mean, you see other agents, other companies, they don't share like their failures, you know, the downtimes, their frustrations, and obviously their wins as well. But we don't see that as much. So we want to make it, you know, more real, more connected to people.
Definitely.
We were talking earlier, you know, there's so many not social media, it's artificial intelligence out there, a lot of AI, everything is AI, you know. So I think we need to reconnect, kind of like old school, you know, put a face behind the voice, and people can see that you have struggles as well, you know. And we want to record that. We want to share with our followers. It's you know, I'm 43. I'm gonna be, you know, pretty soon turn 44. That it's not too late to create your own business. You know, a lot of people think, oh, but I'm already 50. I'm already 45. It's too late for me to go back to school or study something or get a license. And then that's the message that I want to, you know, give out. It's never too late. As long as you have your support, you know, you got your family support, and if you're a spiritual person, you know, you got God behind you. So that's never too late to do it. So that's what we want to show people, you know, that we can do it.
We're the same age. I'm 43, so
Okay.
we're the same age. And I actually think, Miguel, that we're in that spot in our lives where we're not young, but we're not older yet.
Right.
So I think that we are at that moment where, like, we just got to go straight forward.
Yeah.
And no, it's never too late. It's never too late to launch your personal brand. It's never too late to go after your dreams. Because,
Yeah.
I mean, there's people that have graduated FIU and other universities and colleges, and they're in their late 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen it. And that's just people that are going after their dream. And what happens is, most of the time, is that people are scared of failure.
Right.
And since they're so scared to fail, they're scared to try.
Right.
But unless you try, you won't know if you're going to make it.
Right.
And you're going to have 1,001 struggles. And it's going to be hard. I'm going to
Yeah.
tell you something that I work with my husband, and that he's my right hand and I'm his. It's going to be hard.
Yeah.
And one of the things that you're going to have to learn how to balance is when you go home, you're going to have to try to cut out the business a little bit, because since then you both are so involved in the same thing, what happens is that you take it home and then you see that you're talking about about, I don't know, you're talking about going on vacation and all of a sudden you jump into work.
Right.
And try to work on that. Don't let it consume you, because then it tends to like bring conflicts.
Right. Well, that's what we're trying to do right now. We're working from home. We're creating our own little office at home, and so we have an alarm. The 6:30, it already cut off the work time, and that's it. We try not to talk about it. We try not to bring it to the dinner table. Even if I'm gonna mention something, because I'm always active and I don't filter what I think, what I talk. And then Tiana is like, you look at the time, it's 7:00. Leave it for tomorrow. Now what she says, her favorite word is send me an email, and I'm like, Jesus.
So that's a woman thing?
It's a woman. You do the same thing?
Oh my God. So I do not do good with text messages, okay?
Right.
And I do not see WhatsApp. The only WhatsApps that I really see are the ones on my coaching program. Those are the only ones that I really look at. But I am great with email. So then my husband, I would tell him, when he would tell me anything, I would say, send me an email. Send me an email. So then now he doesn't even ask me. He just sends me an email. And then now he told me the other day, send me an email. I'm like, excuse me? So he would tell me, what do you think I am, your little secretary? Send me an email. So yeah.
I get that girl thing, and it's pretty good when you have the structure, from the get-go. I mean, from the beginning, it won't turn into a chaos or like a workaholics that you're constantly working at home, at dinner and breakfast, all the time. So we're trying to set up, as you recommend us last time when we met, it was, set up a schedule when it's work, when it's family, when it's day, night, it's a day.
Yeah, those are very important.
Yeah.
And that's another little tip I'm going to give you, like from someone that, this weekend, our oldest daughter gets married.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
Yeah, we're leaving to Colombia tomorrow.
Okay.
And it's hard, right? Because we focus, and the middle one is 25.
Right.
And the baby, which is Mikey, is 20 years old. So sometimes it's very important to make sure that you give that time to your wife and that your wife gives it to you.
Right.
And that you guys realize that you're important.
Right.
And that you make time for each other, because you know what happens? They leave.
Yeah.
And they're not around like we wish they would be.
Yeah.
And it's so hard at the beginning that you look at each other and you don't know what to do.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't know what to do. Because you still have, the kids are little, like, you won't understand me yet.
Right.
You won't. But that was a very hard transition for Mike and I. Very hard. Because
when the kids got older?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because all we ever did was Disney, go with them here, go with them there, every Santa's Enchanted Forest, the youth fair. I forgot the name of the place. It was over there. What's the name?
Boomers?
No, it was a little place. It was a huge place in Pembroke that you used to, like, you could go be a police officer. You could go.
Oh, yeah, I know what it is.
Wanna-Do City.
Yeah.
Wanna-Do City. So for us, it was just all about them.
Right.
And listen, we never even traveled to Europe because we didn't want to leave them for too long.
Right.
And they were so badly behaved that we would not take them there, right? So, and then that's not good, because
that's what we're trying to figure it out right now. Not figure it out, but we're trying to practice that now.
Exactly.
Because right now we have the old Santiago. We just turned 16. He's into high school basketball. The twins, Sara and Samuel, they're into flag football, cheerleading, tackle football. So now our life revolves around them. Like 6:30 they have practice. Every Saturday it's a game until 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon. So right now we are doing a family schedule, and we're setting up dates, for us to go out. We saw you guys when you posted pick a place. Mm-hmm. You have like 3 or 4 options. Yeah. So Triana saw that and she's like, that's exactly what we're gonna do. Let's copy the same thing, because and what we're trying to do is we're trying to follow, especially you guys. If it works for them, we don't have to reinvent the wheel. Just hey, if it works for them, let's try to work with same recipe and apply it to you.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's really good. So right now we're doing with the branding.
You guys are going to do great. I can't wait.
Doing our own and all that stuff. So we have like a family schedule where we have the day nights, day nights with the kids. For my son, I took him shooting the other day to Top Gun. So we had our own date. So now we're trying to create a day with each kid, at least once a month.
And then the older they get, the harder it is to do something with them.
Yeah. Especially with 16. It's like...
It's so hard because, like, our life revolved around them. We used to go to dance and to jiu-jitsu. And there was times that I had both of them would compete on the same day. And I would go from one competition to the other. I mean, thank God I never missed neither one.
Okay.
But we focused only on that.
Right.
And I just want people to learn from the mistakes that we made so they don't make them. And then now I try to, like, let's do date night. I went with Mikey on a date the other night. We went to eat. And the funniest thing happened to me. I have to tell you that story. But I find the older they get, the harder it is to do something together.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm going to tell you the funny story before we go
okay.
on. So we went to Texas Roadhouse, and I tell Mike's like, no, I'm not up to go to that noise. So we get there, and I'm like, Papi, let's sit at the bar because it's faster, the service, and we're going to in and out. So I call Mike on FaceTime to bother him. I'm like, oh, you don't miss us? And then there was an older lady sitting next to me. So I hang up on the lady, and she goes to me, you're a very lucky woman. And I go, yes, I am. I am blessed. And she goes, no, you have a husband and a very handsome boyfriend. I'm like, no, that's not my boyfriend, that's my son. She goes, you don't have to lie to me. You're too young to have a son so old. And I'm like, ma'am, that's my boy. Let me show you my family. so that's what happened to me when I went on a date with Mikey the other day.
Wow, that's crazy. No, and another thing is the older they get, and as Tina and I have the conversation, the older they get. Let's say if we keep like we have friends, they don't have like a good relationship with their kids because they're workaholics. They are in their teenage years. So they are in their activities, but then once the activity finish, like basketball or football, they go and work. So what I notice is, especially with my son, the older they get, and if you're not present, the harder it is to connect with them.
Not only to connect, but the easier it is for them to go off track.
Yeah. So it's like we went into a date and we had such a good conversation. We talked for hours, and unfortunately, before I was a workaholic, I was just working all the time, and it impressed me how he told me oh, Papa, you know how much I miss you because you were working all the time. Now I'm so glad that you're back at home and working from home, because we have you back. So that really touches me, and that was important for me to know that I cannot just focus on work and, unconsciously you forget about your family because you think by working hard and working so much, you're just a good provider. And I don't want to become just a good provider. I want to become, I want to be a dad, a husband, a friend to my kids.
That's always very important. So if you had one advice to give someone in the industry, whether it be someone that's new or somebody that's had their license for many years but hasn't done anything with it, what would you recommend?
Well, I would tell them to just be present. No, present, that's not the word. It'll be, expose yourself to your, that you have a business. Like I told other agents, when you become a real estate agent, it's like having your own business, It is your own business.
It is your own business.
So if you don't promote it, in social media, let your contacts know that you're an agent, it'll be really hard for you to, do something with your business. So I think you have to be, out there all the time. So what I recommend them is, just tell everyone that you're an agent, promote it everywhere. It doesn't matter how it come out. A lot of people think, oh, I got a way to take the professional pictures. I got a way to do the professional video. Nowadays, I don't think that's very important. It is important, but it's not, like what you need to do. I think it's the more natural and the more that people get to know you, it's a better connection. So to the new agents out there, just promote yourself. That's what I think. Because nowadays it's really hard to see agents promoting themselves, other than using ChatGPT, and it's not 100% real.
So I want to thank you for taking the time of sitting here today. I look forward to seeing you in your growth.
Thank you.
I'm very excited. I'm grateful to have you back. Thank you for trusting in us.
Thank you. Thank you guys for the opportunity and to welcome me back as part of the family.
Of course, you always were. We always stayed in touch.
Yeah.
Anyways, thank you again for watching another episode of Built for Legacy. Don't forget to hit like and follow me on all my social medias. Bye.
Bye.